Okay, and we're back.
I know who was responsible for this.
Yep.
It's the poor. My mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. We're not going to die, are we? Tell me we're not going...
I just want this to go away.
And now I hear those Reapers are taking people's souls? This is madness!
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen matter?
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up.
Okay, Tyrael, what's the next quest?
Look, the sliver is changing.
Malthael is altering the stone in some manner.
Exactly. He's been gathering strength from the souls of Westmarch in order to alter the stone. Yet his purpose still eludes me.
He's killing everyone. What more do you need to know?
If we want to stop him, we must know what he's going to do next.
Urzael has done this to finish collecting the souls of Westmarch.
Urzael, it is well past time for him to die. Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere in the Westmarch Heights, and that he will be quite rude to you. Before you set out to kill him, you should stop by my cart. I can enchant some items for you.
What can you tell me about Urzael?
He is Malthael's lieutenant, much the same way that Iswal was mine. He does his master's bidding without question.
Why did Malthael spare you in the tomb of Rakis? Why didn't he take your soul?
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood in me, and therefore Malthael does not see me as his enemy.
But he thinks that of us? We saved heaven. We killed the lords of hell. Something he was never able to do, I might add.
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him and therefore on the wrong side of the eternal conflict.
I can see you're still hurting.
I have felt pain before, but nothing like this. It is different being mortal. The pain wears on you.
Welcome to humanity. Do you have any idea why Malthael would want the Black Soul Stone?
I have been thinking on that since our encounter, but every scenario I envision simply doesn't make sense, regardless of what he has become.
Well, whatever his reasons, we know they are not good. Why didn't Tyrael just destroy the Black Soul Stone?
The Black Soul Stone was made by a man, unlike previous Soul Stones. We had no idea what would happen if we destroyed it. It seemed a better idea to hide it away forever. We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching us the entire time. How could we?
It's too late for blame now. Tell me, when we retrieve the stone, what then? Just hope it doesn't fall into the wrong hands again?
I don't know. But it's better for us to have the stone than Malthael. If we make it that far, we'll worry about what to do next.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakis, haven't you? Its location
Okay,
has never
definitely
been
heard that.
We need to get out of here. Hide in the bog, anywhere. As long as it's away from the cities.
Okay, and you didn't get an asterisk when I logged back in. That's good.
Those Those who perish without embracing Malthael are eternally damned.
Okay, I just want to talk.
I was telling you about Lyria, wasn't I? Oh, she was so beautiful that Durgus was determined to make her his own. Oh, yes, he pursued her relentlessly, showering her with gifts and attention until she succumbed and agreed to become his wife. But Durgus' jealousy was so great, he hid Lyria high in the heavens, far away from the reach of men and gods.
Jealousy is for the weak-minded. It clouds one's reasoning with wanton desire.
Yes, that was Durgus. Desire was his very nature. Zai was the greatest thief, and he wanted Lyria. He waited patiently for a night when Lyria's path hid her behind the silver moon. For when the sun set, Durgus had to leave Lyria's side, you see, for desire rules the night. He could only watch from below as she drifted across the ocean of stars. Then Zai climbed, silent as a whisper, into Lyria's palace in the heavens.
Ah, true love had captured his heart, eh?
No, but stealing from Durgus would make Zai a legend.
Don't worry. The military will rescue us soon. Our navy is undefeated.
The military was decimated and the navy is underwater. Where have you been?
What can you tell me about Urzael?
Well, he seems to have an affinity for fire. I'd watch out for that if I were you.
I guessed as much. Can you tell me anything useful?
Urzael was sent to find Malthael by our friend Tyrael. He blames himself for what Urzael has become. What else can I tell you? I had a vision of death blanketing our world. So I left my people, my family, to come help you.
Leaving your family based simply on a vision must have been a very difficult thing to do.
Nonsense. We veteran often receive visions telling us when it is time to find a new family. I've had many in my life. I still love and miss each and every one of them. Except for Jonah. I never really liked that one.
Okay. Now. Go find Urzael.
Still waiting.
Oh yes, and bonuses for killing 3 maidens of flame.
Not ready yet. Need more time. Not ready yet.
In your victory, my friend.
Need more time. If only they could see me now. Still waiting.
I think Oh, get away!
Not ready yet.
Well, I got the bonus.
Still waiting.
Now for Urzael, if I went to the door.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters. Soon demons spawn like you will be gone forever.
Are you finished? No one threatens my people. No one.
The demon spawn shall perish in flames.
Of course. Run away like the coward you are. I am returning to town.
Quite unlike me to fall apart like that. I can't imagine what came over me. Let's keep this between ourselves, eh?
I was thinking that it might be actually, well, fix stickers, they get an extra stat, but also it's been a bit.
Perfect.
And I have that.
If Tyrael is helping Malthael, we should rush him. We can do it. You killed the angel who caused this slaughter? Does that mean we're safe now?
Need more time.
I wonder if we could sell wigs made from your hair.
That is enough, Harold! If we survive this nightmare, I am leaving for my parents' estate in Bramwell.
That's a grand idea, dearest. Your father has more than enough money to...
Follow me, and I will tie you naked to a tree for the crows. Maybe then you'll finally think of something other than money.
Oh, those people are gone.
You killed the angel who was responsible for this horror.
Yes, but his master is the true evil. He still lives, but I mean to fix that. I will make sure this never happens again.
I believe you.
You're a fascinating person. I'm curious about your life.
Oh, I could tell you stories. We were frequently set upon by bandits. It became quite tiresome, really. One time, I had had enough. I know this is hard to believe, but when I was younger, I was even more vivacious than I am now. So I seduced their leader, convinced him to free us by giving him details on how he could rob a local magistrate. He'd heard the Vetchin could predict the future, so he believed me. They were caught and hung 3 days later. I must have forgotten to tell him that part of my vision.
Thanks to you, I can finally bury my wife in peace.
You really must stop thanking me. It was nothing.
12 people ran by me and did nothing. You're a hero.
Just in the right place at the right time, I suppose.
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it.
Now that Urzael is dead, I'm going to Bramwell to find my son.
I respect your bravery, but it's still not safe out there.
I don't care.
I have rid us of Urzael's tiresome existence. Without his leadership, the Reaper should be easy for Torian's men to finish off.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
But we're no closer to knowing Malthael's ultimate plan, and he grows stronger with each passing moment. Time is running out.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately. Urzael is slain. Westmarch is saved. And yet these thoughts weigh constantly upon me.
Even amongst all the pain Urzael caused, we must savor what little enjoyment we can from our victory. It is all we have.
Wise words, my friend. Angels are cursed with a wider perspective of events. To live in the moment is a part of mortal existence I must learn to embrace. All evil will be destroyed.
Oh, you got a table now, huh?
Tira's newly established rule over Westmarch did nothing to quell the civil war, which continued until she was driven mad and eventually killed by the plague. Cornelius, grandson of Justinian III and slave to the Zakharum faith, used this opening to crush the rebels once and for all and become the new king.
How fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must let me ask you some questions when your work is done. Rackus conquered all of Honduras before founding Westmarch. Repelling this invasion would be child's play for him.
Everyone's dead. Everyone in the city is dead.
No, dear, that isn't true. Look, there's almost 12 people here.
The eyes, always moving, always watching in the shadows. Can't you see the eyes?
Chelsea, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not like what I have to tell you.
I rarely do. Why don't you just tell me?
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
Adria. Finally.
Adria is not as you remember her. She is channeling blood magic to prepare herself to retrieve the Black Soul Stone.
What exactly does that mean?
Some things cannot be explained. You must see them for yourself.
Why do I even talk to you at all?
You have no sense of adventure.
Okay, let me actually see if I.
May the battles
There we go.
never end.
It's ready.
I heard Lysa's voice again, and I could make out more of what she was saying. She is calling out for me, but it sounds as though the voice is speaking to me from far away, from beyond our world.
Perhaps you were right before. Maybe it is a remnant of the Prophet's magic, but we do know for certain that she is dead.
No, she is alive. It's not just the Prophet's magic, and more than that, she needs me.
Okay, you're not actually ready.
Let us fight this evil together.
I'm telling you, Lyria was so lonely, and Zai was so alive and full of life. They shared one perfect night, and after she emerged, blushing. Dirges raced to her side, but Zai was gone. The ruby around Lyria's neck was the only sign that he had ever been there.
Zai's conscience didn't trouble him for so openly taunting Durgist?
No, not then. He felt pride.
There was no reason to dismiss Bryson. He was doing his best to help you.
He's a fool, and fools end up dead around here.
Ah, that is what I thought.
What are you talking about?
Your father, your wife, even your apprentice. You couldn't stand losing another person you cared about, could you?
You keep that nonsense to yourself, or I might forget how much I owe you.
Okay, let me get rid of those boots.
Why are the angels allowing Malthael to run amok? They could help us stop him.
There is confusion and dissension in the high heavens. You must remember, Malthael was our leader once.
So, that was the past. You're on the Angiris Council. Can you not summon the angelic host?
Imperius commands the host, and he will not unleash them on a fellow angel, especially a former member of the Angiris Council.
I should have known he was involved somehow. I won't forget this.
You're not going anywhere without me.
Oh, really? And why is that?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
I shall try to restrain myself. But make no mistake, she will die. I have delivered the city of Westmarch from Urzael and his reapers. The people are now free to rebuild their homes and their lives. Lorath and I depart for the Blood Marsh to find Adria. She, of all people, knows how to locate Malthael. I will take great joy in extracting that information before I kill her.
Long ago, this place was beautiful, but now its heart has become twisted and sick, just like someone we once knew.
We hid the Black Soul Stone in the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near here. We thought it would be safe, but Malthael found it all the same.
Nicely done.
This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
Our friend Adria.
It looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins. What was that?
Something is coming.
This was just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the blood marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
You can run, Adria, but I will find you.
Remember to get the information we need before you...
Yes, yes. Information first, and then killing.
Well, that's not very reassuring.
May their corpses rot here forever.
Still waiting.
Look, just over there. I never imagined such a creature.
This is one of the guide stones, but nothing happens when I approach it.
Please, allow me.
There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however. When you activate these stones, one of the wrong sigils disappears.
Then all we need to do is eliminate 2 of the remaining sigils.
What? I'm not dead? You have my thanks. But a word of warning. These animals carry a plague and must be killed before it spreads. To create a potion to fight it, I cut one of them open and took its innards. They smell it on me. That's why they're attacking. Here, take this as my way of saying thanks. I must get back to my work.
I must find another guide stone to determine which sigil is the correct one. Not ready yet. Need more time. Now I know which sigil marks the correct passage. This is the passage for which I've been searching. If only they could see me now.
This is always a fun part of the do the whole campaign in an hour. It's actually one of the funnest conquests.
You dare attack me?
actually said it wasn't part of this past season's or this current season's challenge modes.
Your defenses are nothing. Lorath, this is as far as you go. We will speak again when it is finished.
You're going to kill her, aren't you?
I know what I need to do.
We are all counting on you.
I'm just warming up. Not ready yet. Your defenses are nothing.
These abominations must die!
How does that feel? Still waiting.
Well done.
Yeah, I think that's when I get this, right? Yep. But more of the things spawned, so.
Your defenses are nothing.
That is actually one of the things that almost every challenge rift wizard does wrong. It's very awkward. You look at the boards and see that, well, back when it was APDs and frost armor, they'd put frost armor on, but they wouldn't have APDs, so they were missing half of they were missing the part that made that more defensive than energy armor, force armor. And now it's Karini. They'll have the storm armor on, but not have a Karini.
I have uncovered and obscured an ancient tome in whose pages is recorded an impossible tale. The secret history of a race called the Nephilim, gods by another name, and their ruined civilization in the west. If this is true, how could all signs of these Nephilim be lost, but for the record of this single tome?
Didn't see that coming, did you? If only they could see me now. I am so good, I astound myself. Need more time.
deal. Not ready yet. If only they could see me now. Your grave awaits! Still waiting.
And now for Adria.
Let's see where you've been hiding, Malthael.
Adria.
The angels will never suffer us to live. They cannot accept the fact that we may choose our own path. At least demons are not so rigid in their beliefs.
Angels and demons don't concern me. We will choose our own destiny. You needn't worry about that.
Diablo sent me a vision. He had returned, and you were the one who freed him.
Never.
He always finds a way. My master will return. Diablo will return. I have done what I can to ensure it. He always finds a way. In your heart of hearts, you know this.
Magnificent.
Before she died, Adria conjured an image of pandemonium.
She was searching for Malthael, so he must be there.
I need to go back.
Dirges was possessed by an all-consuming rage. As Zai had stolen what was most valuable to Dirges, he would take from Zai all that he held dear.
Dirges didn't kill Zai, did he?
Dirges took something much more dear than Zai's life. His joy. He killed everyone Zai had loved and held dear. Oh, then he slew Lyria. Her light went out from the heavens, the seas wept, and the waves of their tears crashed upon the shore.
I see that on. Okay, it's not better for you. That probably was, but too late now. Okay, let's see if I dismiss you now.
I've got a deck of cards and a bottle of wine. What do you say we forget our troubles and play a few games?
You will get me drunk and then cheat me.
No, not this time, I swear it. I just want you to be happy. And you're all out of gold.
The Grand Maester,
behind the Order's corruption. Deep down, I think I always knew. Perhaps that's why I never felt worthy of the Order, as if I was not a true Templar.
You were more of a Templar than any of those corrupt fools. They never reached your heart, my friend, now that you know the truth.
I believe in you and your quest.
I thought they would have more by now. I know they go into more. I'm gonna keep her dismissed until I finish with town things.
See? Aren't you happy I didn't tell you beforehand that Adria would turn into a hideous monster?
And that would make me happy. Why, exactly?
You're so much more effective when you're stewing in blind rage, thirsting for revenge. We wouldn't want you to peak too early. Petty details would have just served to distract you.
No one sees them, only me. The eyes, watching, mocking, judging, calling.
Our shop will be looted.
Oh, don't worry, dear. I'm sure all the looters have been torn apart by now.
I don't think he will live much longer. Whatever secret he learned will surely be lost with him.
He saw Adria, but she is dead now.
No.
But why? Why would someone do this?
To protect her secrets and her master.
I was separated from the other soldiers and surrounded by the dead when I saw him. I gazed into the face of death himself. I couldn't move. I just stared as he passed through me. His touch was like ice, so cold. But something in me changed. Something I cannot understand.
Where are you going? I have some good news.
Good news?
I mentioned what you did to some guards I met. You could get a commendation or something when this is all over.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I have discovered that Malthael is in Pandemonium.
No doubt he has gone to the fortress. Malthael can hold out there until the end of time. He is forcing us to come to him.
He hides and waits, hoping that if he can delay us long enough, he will grow too powerful even for me.
The only way to Pandemonium is through the high heavens. Let us leave at once.
Lara! Peter!
Who are you looking for, if I may ask?
Oh, it's my children. They're out playing a game, but I'll find them soon enough.
I now know death better than I know the shape of my hand or my own sword. Hendel charged into battle at my side. I'd known him since I enlisted, but when I looked at him that night, I had a vision. I saw the faces of the men he had killed, and I saw that he would not live to see the morning.
According to the records, King Rakus had a strong jaw, hair as black as night, and wore gleaming armor over his muscular... Sorry, what was I talking about? Every time Westmarch is invaded, a hero appears to save it. History is much easier to write with a strong protagonist. Rakus and his sons built much of Westmarch during their time. The ruins in the marshes outside the city may be their work too. Of course, whenever I ask the Crown for gold to further my excavations, there's always a more pressing matter at hand.
we'll never see our friends again.
True, but we won't see that cobbler down the street again either.
Why, you're right. In fact, we're the only cobblers still alive. We'll be rich.
The eyes. Let me see what you see. Show me, please. Show me.
When I was forced to admit my beliefs were wrong, I was lost. I was afraid I would always feel that way. But instead, a sense of calmness has come over me. I'm no longer at war with myself.
Beliefs are like a cage you cannot see. They will keep you from learning, from growing, from being truly free.
We can't start to rebuild until we know that the one who caused this devastation is dead.
He will be, as soon as I find him.
I hope so.
So, now it's on to pandemonium. You'll see a world only a few humans have laid eyes on before.
I've already seen the high heavens. I wasn't impressed.
Ah, the beauty of life is lost on you, isn't it?
It is always wonderful to see you.